Marvelous talking gargoyles to Geek Salad's Retro Movie Reviews from the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And tonight we are delving into some interesting stuff here as we continue with our look at Disney's follies.
Yeah.
And essentially gambles and whether or not they did or did not pay off, either artistically, commercially, whatever. And as you are aware, because you clicked this link, we're talking about the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I thought it was the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
No, I'm trying to be classy. Class coming out of my ass here. So, you've never seen this before, have you?
No.
Okay. Well, get ready for a Suncoast story because I was managing Suncoast when this came out. So I did see it. I actually saw it at a drive-in on the Cape. The merchandising for this movie was so weird because we had like a lot of like little PVC figures and we had like those plastic, the polystyrene mugs.
And
it was like, who's gonna want to drink out of Quasimodo's head?
Fair question.
Yeah, no, I think it's an absolutely fair question. I'm going to begin by saying, and you can agree or disagree with me about this, this movie is a fucking tonal mess.
I agree.
I think that there are aspects of this movie that are absolutely gorgeous. And by which I mean, I think their art direction in this movie is fantastic. But it's like you take a weighty topic, you take a weighty book, Victor Hugo's The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and you have to Disneyfy it.
Yeah. And not only that, but this movie had 5 writers.
Yep.
And also contributions by at least 3 other people, including the 2 directors.
Yeah.
And we can thank them for the gargoyles. So, and you can tell that there were a lot of chefs in this kitchen.
Right. It's almost like they looked at, and I know that this was probably in deep production by the time it came out, but looking at the mistakes that were probably they considered that they made for Pocahontas and the successes they had in things like The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you are fritzing out big time there, buddy.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, like I could see.
Oh, yeah, this is what happened earlier, and this is why we're a little bit delayed. You know what? I think I'm going to have to go audio only for this.
Okay, that's fine. We'll figure out the camera thing later on.
Yeah, I think I might need to buy a new one at this point.
Well, fortunately, they're cheap.
Yeah, this one was actually not that expensive, and it's lasted me a good, 10 years now, so I think it's about time.
All right, yeah. No one will know once I throw the tile up anyway. But,
yeah. You can tell that they were trying to recapture the Beauty and the Beast vibes because they got back the directors from Beauty and the Beast, despite the fact that I think the reason Beauty and the Beast did so well is not because of the directors. I think it was Menken and Ashman.
Absolutely. You can sell all of Beauty and the Beast on its music.
Yeah.
And I mean the fact that there is the voice cast, which is top shelf.
Oh yeah.
Broadway.
Yeah.
Absolutely top shelf Broadway. This the biggest star in this. Well, at the time, the biggest star would have been Jason Alexander because he was still doing Seinfeld then.
Yeah.
Tom Hulse. I mean, I adore Tom Hulse because Amadeus is one of my favorite movies, and he is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I love Tony J. I adore Tony J's voice. I gotta say, from all the way back to Little Mermaid and Ursula, all the way up through the next movie, Hercules. The villains all had they were all villainous, but they had a charm. They had a personality. Frollo has absolutely nothing.
Right, exactly.
He is a mustache twirling villain to every extent. There's nothing to him.
It's interesting too because when you look at this age of Disney villains, especially, going back, starting at like The Little Mermaid, which is like the starting point of Disney, like the classic Disney villain that we think of.
I mean, honestly, I would,
like Maleficent, and Maleficent is
I,
outside.
I would even go to the movie right before A Little Mermaid. Yeah, The Great Mouse Detective.
Okay.
Radigan.
Okay, perfect, because that feeds into my theory that the greatest Disney villains of the 80s and 90s are all queer coded. Frollo is not.
Ooh, I like that.
You think about this, right?
I like that a lot.
Ursula, even Gaston, to an extent.
Yeah,
there's something going on with that hypermasculinity.
Oh yeah, and I mean, hell,
Radcliffe, Scar.
Yeah, completely. Even Hades.
Even Hades to a point, because we know about James Woods.
Yeah, but, yeah. He wouldn't allow too much, but
apparently he likes him young. But yeah, no, Frollo has none of that.
No.
And while I think that he is, even like I was reading the trivia on IMDb, that he is like considered the most evil Disney villain, because again, he is lacking the charm of your typical Disney villain.
Yeah, he has
fear coding that they put in with those.
He has absolutely zero redeeming features.
Exactly.
None.
And that actually is accentuated from his character in the book. Now, I will admit, I have never read the book.
Yeah, nor I.
I've never, and it's, again, it's not like, reading. It's more like, this is something you read in high school, that you're kind of like, I'm taking high school French, I got to read the Hunchback of Notre Dame. No. Victor
Hugo is a very famous, very well-regarded author. I'm still not going to read his stuff. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I mean, maybe if I could like store them up free, like if like Kindle is doing a free classics on or something. Which
I don't think I'd even get the audiobook for it.
So yeah, I don't know, because I'm still looking for like a free version of the Count of Monte Cristo, because I just watched the PBS miniseries. Oh. Excellent. It's probably the best representation of that book. Again, a book I haven't read. Oh. But yeah, so I'm looking to see if like Kindle, because every once in a while Kindle will offer like the freebies. I'm not a Prime member, so I don't utilize their free books. But anyway, back to this movie.
Yeah.
Voice casting wise, I mean, I love Kevin Kline.
Yeah.
And I love when Kevin Kline is a playful character. He's actually pretty good in this, which unfortunately is part of the issues with the overall tone of this movie. Because he's funny, and it's almost like we can't have him be funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That is the biggest issue I had with it is that from what I know of the Victor Hugo book, it is a bleak, joyless, depressing tome.
Right.
This one, they like, okay, we have this really dark, depressing. Let's put in as much possible comedy as we can.
Achilles heel.
And most of it just falls flat.
Right. Yeah, the stuff, especially the stuff with Jason Alexander as the Gargoyle Hugo, because
I can't believe they gave them a song.
Yeah, well, they gave them all a song, and again, reading in the the dog agrees with us. I can't believe they gave him a song. Reading the trivia, part of the reason why the gargoyles are there, because they are supposed to actually represent three sides of Quasimodo's personality.
Yeah,
they act as his conscience. They're like big stone Jiminy Crickets.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if it weren't for the fact that that goat Jolly interacted with one for a brief second, you could almost say that, Quasimodo is actually quite mad, and he's imagining that these gargoyles are all talking to him.
I'm also trying to figure out too how the gargoyles managed to attack from the bell tower.
Don't get me wrong.
Throwing shit off the bell tower. And
don't get me started about the fact that they had several thousand gallons of molten lead just hanging around just up there somewhere.
Wait, no, we never saw gargoyles' mouths.
We never saw before. Yeah.
No explanation.
And the magical rope that Quasimodo descended from the bell tower on that stretched all the way down and then went all the way back up.
That, my friend, is called Batman rope.
Okay. Well, now we should call it Quasi rope.
Yeah, quasi rope. Well, no one's ever gonna do that. Demi Moore. All right, I'm just gonna say this. Demi Moore is always, especially when it comes to big movies, she's always the worst thing in prestige casts, hands down. And think about that. Even in something like St. Elmo's Fire, which I'm sure you haven't seen.
No, I have not. I love the song.
Right. But she is always the worst member of the cast. And it's like, I remember her getting nominated last year for The Substance, and I'm like, okay, if they're gonna do this, they give her, if they're gonna give her the career Oscar. It's not like Glenn, it's not like giving one like Glenn Close.
Yeah,
because it was her only nomination, and it's like, okay, I get what. And after seeing The Substance, I'm like, okay, that was a pretty brave performance. Was it the best performance of the year? Probably not.
I mean, if I'm honest, for this movie, she was not my least favorite voice. I actually thought, as Esmeralda, I thought she was fine. I didn't hate her.
Yeah, I think part of the thing is too, and I appreciate the fact that they decided to go with their female lead having a little bit of a huskier voice.
Yeah.
Than like your typical la 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 damsel.
Yeah, 90s Demi Moore had a really breathy voice to her.
Right. All right. Who was your least favorite voice in this thing? Is it Jason Alexander?
Yeah, it was Jason Alexander. I mean, honestly, his character I mean, that even among the completely unnecessary gargoyles, he was the most unnecessariest of the unnecessaries.
Pour the wine and cut the cheese.
Oh,
which showed up and there are clips of this that I remember from the trailer, and that is one of them.
I wish you hadn't said that, because I just ate my dinner. I almost just threw it up there. Wow.
Well, thankfully you're off camera, so you
yes.
Hurl into your basket. Just hit mute, hurl into your basket.
Yeah.
The other two gargoyles. So we had Victor, played by Charles Kimbrough, who is, I've always liked his voice because I was familiar with him from Murphy Brown, and I really liked it. I really like his voice.
Yeah, I've never seen Murphy Brown, so I don't really know him. Mary Wickes, on the other hand, I freaking love Mary Wickes.
Yeah, Mary Wickes is, she was in Sister Act, right?
Yeah, yes, she was the
Mary Lazarus.
Yeah, she was the head of the choir before Whoopi Goldberg came in.
Yeah.
And I keep wanting to say she was in Sound of Music, but I know she wasn't.
She was in White Christmas.
Yes, she was.
And
she pops up all the time, and she's always like, "Oh, her!" She's the best her actress I've ever seen.
Right. She
died before
prior to the movie being released, so she hadn't finished recording yet.
No, they had to dub out some of her lines with someone else.
Yeah.
Jane Withers.
Okay. But there's just something about this that, like, there are things about this I like, mainly in the art direction. Some of the music, in terms of the songs, are okay. I do love the opening.
Oh, the Bells of Notre Dame.
Considers one of his best openings ever.
I like it. It's if I'm honest, when it comes to like big long opening numbers, it is really hard to beat Belle.
Yeah.
Making it's fine for me. The only song of this one that I really do enjoy a lot is Quasimodo's half of Out There.
Yeah. I think that is, if anything, that was probably shortlisted for the Oscars. This movie did not, by the way, get a original song nomination. Only two Only 2 Disney animated musicals did not get song nominations in the 90s. This, and oddly, I thought Reflection from Mulan would have gotten nominated, but it didn't.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I would have thought
I
that
looked
too.
that up because I think this might be the only one. It got a score nomination back when they had like the 2 score categories.
Yeah.
But I know that this movie's legacy has kind of grown because it was not a big hit.
No.
Compared to speaking to something like The Lion King, I think it was like on par with like a Pocahontas.
I mean, budget of 70 million, box office 325. So it wasn't a failure by any means.
No, it was not a failure by any means. But again, I think it was on par with like Pocahontas in terms of the cost to success ratio.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Let me see if I can pull up Pocahontas while you keep
is just
talking.
to give me a comparison here, but
yeah.
They have there have been staged versions of this. There is kind of like the official Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame where they'd make a lot of changes.
Yeah, all right, I got Pocahontas here. Pocahontas cost budget of 55 million, so less budget.
Wow. Okay.
And it actually made about 25 million more, made 346.
I stand corrected. All right.
So this one definitely was a step down from Pocahontas.
Right.
Which
and it wasn't touching the heights of like The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast, or Aladdin or anything like that. But the musicals, they get rid of a lot of the humor of it. Quasimodo is actually mute, but he sings through kind of like his inner monologue.
I get you.
But he doesn't speak. I've never seen like an actual staged version of it, but I hear it's a massive improvement.
Yeah. I actually had an epiphany yesterday after watching the movie.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why I don't much care for a lot of the other songs, I mean, they're good. They're solid songs, but they feel like they were ripped right out of a hymnal, especially with all the Latin interstitials in between.
Right.
And that's just not the kind of music that really hits me.
Right.
If it was more of like a full Broadway.
Also, like, it's just like, okay, what pop star can we get to sing this at the end credits?
Yeah.
Bette Midler, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, what is it? God Bless the Outcasts. It's a fine song. I know Jonna really enjoys it.
Yeah.
Really enjoys it. It's fine. Hellfire it's a fine villain song.
I think it's a very good villain song, especially because it's scarier. I think it's a fine villain song. I remember the first song I heard from this was Topsy Turvy.
Oh yeah.
Remember when Disney used to release like those video sing-alongs?
Yes.
And they would always release one in tandem with the release of their new animated movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Topsy Turvy was one, and the other one was the Guy Like You.
Oh yeah. Wait, again, why did they give the Gargoyles a song, especially when like their entire song is, oh yeah, you're great, you're definitely going to get the girl, and then the next scene he literally does not get the girl.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot here. I listened to that Bette Midler version last night. They're doing a Steven. Oh, okay. Is Jonna sailing right now?
She's still on the cruise. She's actually getting home tomorrow morning.
Oh, lovely. Okay, I've lost track of time, so I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't really know how I can put a bow on this because it's especially because I feel like they did improve. I love Hercules.
Yes.
So coming out of Hunchback and going back to, I think, a formula that works.
Yeah. I think it's telling the fact that it really tells you a lot about the quality of these two directors. I mean, they're fine, but they did Beauty and the Beast, so they had a huge high. But the fact that was Menken and Ashman, and then their next movie is Atlantis.
They did Atlantis.
They did Atlantis, and as far as I can tell, they haven't done anything else really for Disney.
Okay.
At least nothing big, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I think that the major contribution to the success of Beauty and the Beast is that it is a very good musical.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm looking at this right now. Gary Trousdale.
Yeah, Trudeau and Wise.
All right, going to his direction. I'm going to his director's page right now.
Yeah, Kirk Wise and Gary Trousdale.
Right. He's already doing. I think he's already doing like Angel Studio stuff because The Greatest Gift is listed there.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of these. He did a lot of TV, like spin-off stuff. Like there's some Shrek TV stuff on here.
Oh yes, he did Merry Shrekmas.
Yeah, Shrek the Halls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean,
wait, who? Wait, what? I was just looking at. Oh, he was. Oh, I saw David Ogden Sears in the cast for Hunchback of Notre Dame. I was like,
he's the deacon.
Yeah, the archdeacon who I mean, for someone that is in charge of the Notre Dame Cathedral, he doesn't really do a whole lot throughout the movie. He's a nice presence, but he's just kind of, oh yeah, you're here too.
It's like they were trying to establish that streak that they would eventually get with Ellen Tudgy decades later.
Yeah, I actually, reading the some of the behind the scenes, I guess in the original book, Frollo is the archdeacon, but Disney wanted to change that because they didn't want to piss off any of the Catholics.
Not only that, but it also gave Frollo more sway over the city.
Yeah.
Of Paris versus just the church.
Yeah.
So it gives him a wider power, footprint.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a tough one. I mean, in terms of did this gamble pay off? I think it's hard to say because I think like it's got a legacy of diehard fans that just kind of fell in love with what could have been, and then going into that musical with
it has a legacy, but I don't know if it's earned that legacy. I mean, it was a blind spot in my Disney oeuvre, and I'm glad I have seen it now, but I genuinely do not ever feel like the need to go see it again.
Yeah, I don't even remember if this was on our. Like, we made a list about 6 years ago for, we made a list about 6 years ago when we went to Disney we took both the kids. And I'm going through the list right now, and we actually did watch it.
Oh, okay.
Interesting, because there was a bunch of movies on here we did not watch during that time.
So you saw it 6 years ago, but it already has kind of passed out of your head again.
Part of it also was there was a lot of people again who were really building up, building it up mainly based on the strength of the musical.
Oh yeah. You go around and look up a list of any like underrated Disney movies nowadays, and usually it lands on there. And I don't know if it should be on there.
It's not. It's
fine.
Yeah.
I can think of worse Disney animated movies I've seen.
Right.
But
realistically, I think the most underrated Disney movies of the 90s are the next two, Hercules and Mulan. I mean, they have their audiences.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, did you know that there was a direct-to-video sequel?
I did, yeah.
Notre Dame?
Yeah, because I guess everyone was mad. I guess everyone was mad that Quasimodo didn't get the girl in this one. So like, I guess we got to make a sequel to give him the girl.
Oh my God.
I mean, and they did manage to get back almost all of the cast.
Yeah. but you know that with all the physical deformities and stuff like that, he is as sterile as a mule.
I think that's probably fair.
And I think that might be a good way of going out on this one, because I really can't follow that up, and
Nor should you want to.
Of this. This is one of these movies I waver on whether or not I like it, and I think having to actually watch it from a critical standpoint right now, backdrops, art direction, some of the making music is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But it's forced. It's like they try to inject the Disney formula into a straight up movie.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it felt like most of the budget of this one went into the artwork of the drawing of Notre Dame Cathedral, because that thing looked amazing.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, speaking of things I didn't need to see, all the stone saints doing the snap.
Oh yeah.
First
with
of
the
all,
eye things.
It was goofy as hell looking, and also you could kind of tell where the straight background painting was, and where the cells were laid afterwards.
Yeah.
It was just like, guys, come on, you've done The Lion King. I mean, at that point, The Lion King was the pinnacle of high end, big budget studio animation. You're better than that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, when Quasi helps Esmeralda escape the cathedral, that whole sequence is really, really well done.
Oh yeah, I think that there's some really decent cinematography.
Yeah.
In this, which is something we don't talk a lot about when it comes to animated movies, is the cinematography, and I think that they did a lot of good job. They did a lot of good job. They did a good job with the tracking shots and whatnot.
Even the obvious CG didn't look bad.
No, and it got better. I mean, as they went, it got better.
Yeah.
This isn't that that parapet in Aladdin.
No. You know what? You know what this is? This is some great movie to watch on mute.
Or try this. If you can find the French audio track for it, and then watch it with subtitles, see what happens there, because that actually works with the 1998
Tarzan
Man in the Iron Mask.
Oh, huh? You know what? I just watch it with the French soundtrack and no subtitles.
Yeah, you just watch it that way. That might be interesting. Yeah, no, definitely do it for the Man in the Iron Mask too, because I don't know how Gerard Depardieu's got the worst French accent out of everybody, but here we are.
Maybe he's French Canadian.
No, he's not. He is essentially a bottle of Bordeaux with eyes.
Well, that explains a lot then.
Yeah. So anyway, that is our take on the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes.
We'd be really interested in seeing what are your thoughts on this. Is this an underrated gem, or is this just like, why? Yeah. Leave that play comment below. Again, this is YouTube. Subscribe, thumbs up, all that fun stuff.
And I just want to add, if you do think it was an underrated gem, have you watched it recently?
Yeah, I'd be actually interested in seeing, if a recent launch might sway you one way or another. If you're not a fan, and maybe it's just because you never got around to watching it, or you're maybe too young to watch it, and then you come back. Let's look at this with adult eyes and see what happens.
Yeah.
Shall we? So again, thumbs up, subscribe. You know the deal, folks. Also, Mike and I host a little podcast called Geek Salad. You can check that out wherever you get your podcast. We have a new episode that just launched last week on our adaptations that missed the mark. We are going to be recording a new episode next week. Still staying with animation, but we're actually going to Illumination Studios. We are going to be trying to figure out what the next series of stunt casting is going to be for the next Mario movie, which I seriously hope is called Paper Mario. I'll save my Mario jokes for later. So you can join in the live feed right here on the channel that you get all your stuff. Mike and I do this all the time, every week. So check out our our other retro reviews. Also, we are on the socials on Facebook at Geek Salad Podcast and on Blueski at Geek Salad Radio. And I think that's it. So,
Yeah.
until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike, and yes, I am really here.
Yes, we know. And go forth, be nerdful, and don't forget, Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.